Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xana520, and welcome back to Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we got lost because I forgot what I was doing, and in the end, we managed to get our bombs back out of this room here. And then we also grabbed one of the items that was hiding in the dynamo here. In this episode, we're going to look around for some things that we can't do in there yet. Some things that we can go now get because we have bombs. And for starters, we can not get hit by these guys. Grab our missiles back. Now, let me look at my map here real quick. Our next location that we need to go is actually here. We need to get up to this room. However, before we get up there, I'm going to stop off and grab some items that I can get now that we have bombs. One of them is in this room, but we'll get that on the way out of this room. However, we can get something here, so we're going to go grab that real quick. So, as we travel, how's everybody doing? Hope you're all having a good day. It's Monday after all. Stop swinging around like an idiot. Let me just missile these guys here real quick. I'm kind of at a loss for what to talk about at the moment, because I never really know what exactly to say during any of these things. And I've heard one of the things you need to do when you're doing an LP like this is just keep talking and spout out whatever's on the tip of your tongue or whatever. But, like, here's the thing. I don't usually talk to people, which is strange considering that I kind of want to be Twitch streamer. Get here. So I feel like I would have a much easier time if I had somebody to, you know, go back and forth with. And unfortunately, the one person I had the availability to converse with while playing games no longer is in contact with me for reasons. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do going forward. Because as it stands right now, after I'm done with, oh yeah, I'm going to grab this as well. If I scan this, it should say, yeah, sandstone is bombs, as I said in the last episode. Whoa, where'd those guys come from? Anyway, we're gonna come in here, grab a missile expansion. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing about this once this Metroid thing is over. Because I kind of want to get back to Zelda, but I don't have MacD anymore. And she was like the Zelda aficionado, which is unfortunate. But she's busy and other things have come up. Yeah, okay. And I know not very many people watch these videos to begin with, which isn't so much a deterrent as it is just a sort of a... How do I put this? It's not really a deterrent from making videos, because I'm still going to keep making videos. But, you know, I don't know... Okay, it's this room. I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of that. And in order to get that missile pack, I actually have to come down here. I have to come down here and destroy this sandstone block with a bomb, so it drops down that steel block. And then I can come over here and roll through here and destroy these blocks along the way, making sure not to fall out of the wall. Up here, missile expansion. What are we up to now? 50. And then once we come in here, if I can get the phlegm out of my nose. But what was I saying? Get rid of this guy. Like, I don't know. Because, like, I know a lot of the people that I watch on YouTube will have, like, their parents will be big supporters of them and be like watching their videos. And I mean, even Fuzzy Bond on Twitch, he's got his like dad who pops into the chat every once in a while. My parents aren't like that. Like the most my dad had was an Atari 2600, and my mom's tried to play Breath of the Wild on Switch, but that's like her first video game outside of like, you know, Candy Crush or Solitaire or whatever. And those aren't really video games. Well, I guess Candy Crush is, but like Solitaire is not really a video game. What am I saying? I guess I'm really just, you know, rambling about whatever's on my mind. But like, I never really had the kind of support that I know other people in this space have. Like, my parents never played video games much. They don't really, I guess, understand the space of YouTube. I mean, for the longest time, I was actually banned from going on YouTube because weird fears of getting abducted for reasons, like strangers on the internet and that sort of thing. And also, like, oh, you're gonna corrupt your mind or whatever, and that sort of thing. It's always been just sort of a struggle, I guess. And like, they'll say they want me to be happy, but I don't know if they really understand. Anyway, enough rambling. Now that we're back in the Arboretum and I picked up the missile packs that I completely went off on a tangent, because there was a missile pack in here, there was a missile pack in here. There's a missile pack in here that I can't get right now, but I'll get it on the way out. But while we're in the Arboretum, the sigil puzzle that allowed us to get the charge beam, there's another one of those in here. And one of the sigils is there, beneath those tangle vines. One of them is right here, chained to the wall. And now that we have the bombs, we can actually get up through here. Because there's these sandstone blocks in the way that we can... Okay, bees. There are also war wasp hives stuck to the wall here, or the tree. So you gotta be careful of those. Oh, I want those missiles. Give. Anyway, we're gonna sneak through here. We can now blow up these sandstone blocks with the bombs that we have. Come out of ball form, because I think there's another war wasp hive on the tree. Here, right there. And some of them got out. We pull in these missiles. The next runic symbol is going to be right here on the wall. And here's that red tangleweed. This is a different version. This is called venomweed. It's similar to tankweed, except while it is up, it will slow you and do damage. So it's a little more dangerous than regular tangleweed. Anyway, as we continue hopping up the tree, I believe the last symbol, and there's the door, the last symbol is going to be right there on the wall, right here. And this will unlock the door at the top of the shaft here, behind which is this little sandstone blockage, which we can then bomb out. And then get rid of that. Now this tunnel's full of this venomweed stuff and tiny reaper vines coming out of the walls. Now if we scan this, I guess we can't scan that. We'll just clear out this secondary hall. Go away. Hopping up here, can I scan this one? No. But you can see we're right at the entrance to the sun chamber, which is what this room is. This is sun chamber access. And within here is a massive plant. This plant will block the door that we just came from as it opens. This mirror will flip down and shine light on the flower and reveal our boss. This is the main area boss of Chozo Ruins. This is Flaahgra. Just scan you here. Morphology Flagra. This mutant plant is a source of toxic water in the ruins. Flaahgra's growth cycle has been radically accelerated. As a result, it requires near-constant exposure to solar energy to remain active. This exposure has made Flaahgra's outer shell thick and durable. Its lower root system is unprotected and vulnerable, however. Exploit this flaw when possible. Concentrated weapon fire can daze it for short periods. So, as we shoot it, it will flash yellow. I can't really tell where its face is. I think it's that white section. But if we shoot it enough, it'll get stunned and be dazed for a bit. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to lock onto the mirror and flick it up with either a missile or a charged shot, or repeated shots. And this will cause its roots to retract and enable us to access these bomb slots at its base. Bombing this will cause Flaahgra to actually take damage and retreat into its flower. However, now that we've attacked it once, a second mirror will now become active. And you can see there's 4 mirrors. The 4 mirrors will eventually all be activated. So what we need to do is go around and knock up these, choose your words carefully. Knock the mirrors into their deactive state. However, if you leave one of the mirrors, if you deactivate one of the mirrors and Flaahgra is not stunned, eventually Flaahgra will turn to that mirror and knock it down with one of its claws. One of its blading, one of its like giant mantis blade things. As the first major boss, this enemy is not that difficult, but it can get tedious once you get to the 3rd and 4th mirrors, because of just the whole, we're going to, what am I trying to say here? Ow. The non-stun effect thing. talking out my butt today. Anyway, stunning Flaahgra and then fixing the mirrors can be a good idea. Except when Flaahgra does that, and then you go see, you'll create these barriers that we can't get past. So I'm gonna try and stun him before he does that again. Stop yelling. Here, take a missile. Deactivate that. Okay, he's stunned. Run over here and deactivate this last mirror. Find a tunnel. Here we go. If you get close to them while Flaahgra is active, those tendrils will swipe at you as it did there. So you have to wait till they retract. I think I can see Flaahgra's. I think those are eye spots on its hat thing. But now you can see that all the mirrors are active. So now I gotta deactivate all of them. Flaahgra does not like it when you hit. Bruh! Seriously? No. Turn it off. Okay, he's stunned. Excuse me. I guess it's because it's not an enemy. You shake it off. Stun! There. Stunned. And deactivate that. Is he gonna fall right in the way? No, he's not. Alright, let's get in this tunnel. And finish off this overgrown plant. Earning us another orange credit. And Flaahgra shrivels away into its flower bud. And the water clears. And now it's a nice blue color. Oh. So the reward we get for defeating Flaahgra, if I can find those power-ups wherever they happen at, whatever, I don't care. This is our Varia suit. Look at this sort of wonky animation here. I'm not sure why they went with this. But we've got our shoulder pads back, which means we are now immune to superheated areas. Dangerous areas of heat are now accessible. And we can now buy the World Gallery from the shop in the main menu. However, though you can't see it, the way we came from is still blocked off. And we can't jump over this, so we're going to have to take through the long way through the water to show that, yeah, water still impedes us. We've got these boxes here, and we can scan this as our Ultra Energy. Replenishes 100 units of energy. This is the last recovery item for health that we need to scan. And we've got a new creature. These are pulse bomboos. Life form of raw energy, periodically releases explosive seconds from its body. Energy beings invulnerable to most known weapons. Electrical energy can harm them, however. And they lack any intelligence. So they're a problem. To note, if you charge your charge beam, they will come at you. So be advised of that. So this shaft, the way that speedrunners do this is that they will land on this block and then just sort of like glitch jump their way back up, and that enables them to get an item early. However, since we're here, we'll just scan these. These are the Oculus. Okay, wall crawler generates electrical pulses. These things are invulnerable. You can't kill them. They're just obstacles. But we're gonna just jump down here. This room is full of war wasps and their hives. So I need to take care of this. Just missile these guys. Oh, hello. And we've got some Chozo lore on the wall here. The cries of this dying land echo in our ears as we Chozo watch the great poison seep ever further into the living pulse of the planet. The dark energy sinks into the trees and waters, devouring all life. Peaceful beasts die by the thousands. Some creatures survive, but their forms grow as twisted and evil as the force that fell from the sky. Many of these mutated monstrosities remain small enough to do little harm, but others grow enormous and threaten our very existence. One such beast defiles our sacred fountain, disgorging poison from its foul form, replacing pure flowing water with cascades of creeping death. Even in the face of such horror, we Chozo do not turn in fear. We are all that stands in the way of this great poison, and it is our duty to contain it. And there's another one, I think, on the other side. Nope, just the one. So, according to Chozo lore, the great poison was not caused by that monster. Rather, that monster was caused by the great poison. So, we need to find out what this great poison is, because apparently it's tainting the land. And if I could get on this elevator, I would very much like to get back to the vault. Thank you. Just hop up here. So, the vault. This room. We were in here earlier. The idea behind this room is that there are these 3 locks on it. 2 of them are covered by these shields that can be destroyed. However, these are bomb slots. Just lay a bomb inside, and that unlocks the first one. Then the second one. And we're going to need to double bomb jump or spring ball jump into the third one. This unlocks the vault and allows us to grab the missile expansion within. Which will bring us up to a total of 60 missiles. I scanned that already, didn't I? Yes. So now we're going to head back to that elevator that we saw earlier, because it is time to delve deeper into Tallon IV and enter the realm known as Magmore Caverns. We'll start out in this room full of elevators, which we can just drop down through, because that's how we are supposed to get out. But I believe there's also shriek bats there, so I'm going to blow them up, because otherwise they're going to kamikaze me. We have here a save room, a very hot save room. Probably hear me mashing my button. And then we're going to head through here. Oop, and more shriek bats. And we're going to encounter a new enemy here as soon as I get rid of the shriek bats again. This little guy right here. Milling around. Knocking me into the lava. This is a Grisby. He's a subvolcanic carrion feeder. He is weak to missiles and nothing else. And it's basically saying that his carapace is strong enough to withstand everything except concussive blasts. So we can just get rid of him with just a missile. I think he can't be hurt with charge shots. Yeah. And we also now have to deal with these flamethrowers. They will become a problem. We also have this little jerk, this burrower. Similar to the beetle, but it spends more time underground, and then will jump. It basically like burrows around, and then jumps up to shoot its projectile at you, and you can only hit it when it's out of the ground. But now the main theme kicks in. This theme song, this theme song is very important because it's actually based on the theme song of Ridley from earlier and later Metroid games. This fine chap who's been poking his head out of the lava is a Magmore, the creature for which this area is named. They only show up in a few specific areas in the Magmore Caverns. And they're apparently weak to ice. But you can also take them out with 4 missiles. We also have these things, which are extremely annoying. These are puffers. They sort of float around, and when you kill them or you bump into them, they release a cloud of gas that will hurt you the longer you stand in it. You're probably wondering why I shot a missile at that. That'll become apparent later. We don't really need to kill anything in this room, so I'm just going to try to ignore the Magmore. But we have this wall here that appears to be made of sandstone, which means we can bomb through it. I do not believe these walls respawn. They might. I can't remember. Anyway, we just need to hop around this room and continue on. Because we're not going to be here in Magmore Caverns for very long. Down underneath this floor here, we've got another new enemy. The Triclops. These guys only really show up in areas where you need to be in ball form. And the reason for that is because they hunt objects about their size. And the only way to kill them is to drop a bomb for them to pick up, which will then blow up in their face and destroy them. We'll be able to skip them later, but for right now. Also, can I just say how cool it is that walking through these vents causes your visor to steam up? So we can keep going, but there's an item in this room, or rather a nearby room. If we drop down here and hop over here, we can find a vent tunnel with its lid taken off. And we roll in here to find another area full of Triclops. Navigating this area and avoiding the Triclops will eventually bring us to this tunnel. Get out of here. And we'll just roll in here to hop up to this door. In this caged room, there's another missile expansion, which will bring our count up to 65. hoping we're getting close to a save point because I don't know where the map room is in this area. But again, we won't be spending too much time here because Magmore Caverns is not our destination currently. Hey, let me go. It's like Okay, so when they grab you, you have to like mash the control stick to get out of their grip. And when you do, they'll spit you out and just sort of shake their head like, what the heck was that thing? I find that kind of funny and cute. Anyway, we need to hop up here, avoiding the puffers. These platforms will sink the longer you stand on them. And we'll come in here with these pistons going up and down. This large platform with a ton of puffers around them. And now we're in this area. Here's our good friend, the auto defense turret again. So we want to take these guys out at a distance. However, these ones have slightly stronger armor. They can withstand 2 missile attacks rather than just the 1. So, just take care of that. Pull up these boxes to get some missiles back. Hop around the room. Before we get too high, we want to look up and take care of that turret as well. Because the last thing we need is those things shooting at us. Don't think there's another one. Avoid the puffer. Yeah. Jump over here and avoid the puffer. And we've got a bunch of terminals in here. I believe... Let's see. Immersion pistons are leaching power from the magma pools as planned. Geothermal power source is promising. Recommend energy command deactivate central dynamo and switch to geothermal power at once. Seems the space pirates are here. Local crystal formations possess low phazon residue. They do have high value to the monks of Grodheim, however. Recommend processing of crystal for that market once phazon operations cease. Geothermal power routing to this station is complete. Unstable magma flow is a concern. Remove tower from geothermal grid if fluctuations exceed safety limits. Report any signs of magma predator activity to Security Central at once. So the space pirates are here, and they have set up a... They have set up a command base to try and draw power. This tunnel has a power-up at the top. This block will be destroyed when you bomb it twice. So the idea is you want to bomb jump off of it twice carefully, because otherwise it'll fall down. That block is just so in case you fall down here. However, rather than worry about the block breaking, I am simply just going to utilize the ball jump mechanic and grab another energy tank. And now I can drop down through here and continue on. And this will take us to an elevator, which will bring us to another new region, Flaahgra Drifts. This is our destination. We were just passing through Magmore Caverns. However, Flaahgra Drifts can only be accessed through Magmore Caverns. We've got these big ice blockages in our way that can be destroyed with a charge shot. And welcome to the frosty terrain of Flaahgra Drifts. However, before we get too excited, I'm going to head over. We'll take care of him next time, because for right now, I'm going to pop into this room and save. Next time on Metroid Prime, we shall further explore Vendrana Drifts and see what new bounties await us here. This is Xana520, signing out.